Hi ladies and gentlemen, this is Mr. Green. This is another in my series of lessons for pre-cal, and I appreciate you all being here. Just a word about where we're at. We are studying conics, and we are into chapter 5, okay? Every Monday I close items out. You're going to get zeros in the grade book if you don't have them completed, so I'm just letting you know. Make certain you got them all completed before you get to that point where you have to take a zero, okay? So, moving forward, conics. We have looked at them, just dividing up those cones and slicing those cones. We've looked at the circle, okay? And we talked about the equation for a circle. We looked at the ellipse, and we talked about the equation for the ellipse and how an ellipse is, circle is just a specialized version of an ellipse. We looked at the we looked at the hyperbola. It looked like this. We noticed that the difference between a hyperbola and an ellipse formula is just that minus sign. That's the only difference. The ellipse has a plus, the hyperbola has a minus sign. Okay? So what are we at now? We're up to the parabola. For a parabola, we have studied in the past, and we've seen parabolas in the past. We've studied them like this, and we knew that they were quadratic equations, right? They look like that. Well, what happens when it turns on its side? What if, we've had all these others that have been either vertical or horizontal. Can't we have a horizontal parabola? Yeah, we can. Man, how's that formula going to look? What are we going to... There it is. Da-da, there it is. Y minus k. Guess what k is? It's that center that we've been looking at again. X minus h, that's that center. That's that vertex of the parabola that we've been looking at. Okay? X minus h squared. Well, we were kind of expecting that. And then we've got this 1 over 4p. Well, that kind of has us a little bit confused, but okay. We can take that and see what we get with it. One of the things you're going to see is this directric. What is a parabola? Well, the way that we've always defined parabolas in the past has just been that it's that shape, that U shape. But what we haven't been saying is a definition of what a parabola is. A parabola is actually well defined. You've got a line here and an axis of symmetry here, and a parabola is all the points from this vertex to that line where they're exactly the same. It's every point on a continuous path that is equal distance from this vertex to this line. So what are we looking at? If we're looking at this point, it would be from here to there and down to there. Okay? And every point that was equal distance there would be considered a part of the parabola. If I were looking from this point here up to here and down to that line, these are going to be the same. These are going to be the same. Okay? That's what we're dealing with. That's what a parabola is. This vertex right here, that is always found at h minus k. This focus point that I'm talking about right here is found right there. Okay? This directric, that's this line right down here. That line has an equation. The axis of symmetry has an equation. Now, what have we dealt with in the past? We've dealt with the axis of symmetry. We've dealt with the vertex in the past. These two are things you probably are not very familiar with. Okay? But those are a part of a parabola. This is what allows us to say that we can have horizontal parabolas. Okay? That's where this is coming from. I want you to notice, what's the difference in that equation and this equation? See what's right here? Y minus k. And what's on this one? X minus h. It turned. We swapped the y's and the x's, didn't we? The equation's the same otherwise. We just swapped where the x minus h and the y minus k is located. Still puts our center here. Still has a value for a directric. Still has a value for an axis of symmetry. Still has a value for a focus. These are all things that you can find, okay? but you can see how it turns it. It makes us look at this axis of symmetry as a y equals line rather than an x equals line. Okay? Everything you knew about parabolas just turned on its side, but still works. The h and the k are still just shifters that move it around because it's that vertex that you're moving. Okay? Okay. Now, one of the things we've got yet to take up is how to find the difference in each one of our different types of objects. And that will be our lesson for next time. So, I look forward to seeing you next time. I'm glad you've been with me. I appreciate the fact that you guys send me the fact that you're in pre-cal whenever you send me emails and K-mails. It does help me find your records quickly. And I look forward to seeing you next time.